Good morning, 8:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, October 7th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we see this morning, XRP's up about 0.75% to the 53.7 cent mark. What we had talked about over the weekend is XRP possibly bouncing off of here, pushing out to a target of 55.24. It did come up to the bullish push as we thought, but it did create what looks like a head and shoulders pattern here at about 54.4 cents. That was our first pivot point area, second, because 53.48 we got over, but we created what looks like the finishing of a retest here of a drop, finished a short-term cup, and I don't know how bullish this looks this morning, but it is starting to grab some positive momentum here in the early trading hours. It had a pretty substantial dump down from 54.4 back down to about that 53, right around 53 cent area. So was that just to maybe liquidate some that were trying to come along for a leverage trade? That's a possibility. There was good money made yesterday if you would have listened to what we were talking about within the I did one live yesterday morning. I didn't have time to do anything else, so if you had listened to that, it was an opportunity to be had. Now, I mean, you may still be in that opportunity, but we do know if it comes down below right about 52.6 cents, it would invalidate this thesis. And I know it's down a little bit farther, but in order to invalidate it, you would want to make sure that it comes below the pattern consolidation. And right now, it could have been just a back test of the breakout, so we could get into a volatile morning right now. So we'll see how it exactly transpires here, but right now, I'm not unhappy this morning. I'm actually a little encouraged that it managed to hold the 53 cents and bounce back up right now. It is the early morning trading hours on this thinly traded, the new market, the start of a week after a thinly traded weekend. So it's going to be interesting to see how we start. We know there's been intensifying with the wars in Israel and Iran, between Israel and Iran and Hamzal and all that good stuff. So we know that that could play a little into our weekly trades. But right now, I think we're still looking at that upper resistance around 55 cents unless this gets another rejection here and it's not able to sustain this move. Then it could become a very big problem. But as of right now, it did get a nice consolidation, but we have to make sure this wasn't a head formation. And that would simply be, we just have to break this recent high of 54.42 on today's daily. And then we need to push out transparently. So that is what we'd be looking for this morning. Is we've got to get back above 50, well, not just this morning, but on this daily candle, get back above that 54.4 cents and continue this technical push up to 55.2 cents, which is the technical target out of that short-term consolidation. Nothing more, nothing less, but that was the short-term consolidation that one could expect if this plays true. Now, we did have that consolidation that could have ended this pattern, but as you can see, it's consolidated now, broken back above that 53.48 pivot point, and now we've got that resistance at about 54.40, and then we can see how much farther we can start pushing up. It's going to be an interesting start to the week here. It really is. When we get into the live later tonight, as long as everything's going good in the house. My son's home from school today because when he was getting his feeding through his G-tube, he ended up spitting some of it up, so he doesn't seem sick. Sometimes this happens, so it was just precautionary reasons. But he's in good spirits. That happened about 6:45. So he seems to be okay, but obviously we got to be cautious. Especially around other kids and whatnot, just in case something was going on. But it seems to be just an issue. Sometimes it happens when he's getting fed through the G-tube. He gets congested and yada, yada, yada. So we'll see what happens. But I plan on being here for the short this afternoon and the live this evening. Unless something drastically changes, you'll see me for regularly scheduled programming today. But as far as XRP goes, I did put out a warning this weekend, and it was a very direct warning to certain traders. And it wasn't because I thought it was going to go down. I said at the start of the weekend, let's see. I said XRP alert plus 4% push to 55 cents if not invalidated, but dangerous moment for inexperienced traders. And then yesterday I even said in my live that I did yesterday morning, because I wasn't able to come back on, I said XRP shorts beware. This is the perfect time for XRP and Bitcoin to have unexpected surge. And I wasn't sugarcoating it yesterday. I came on to talk about it, and then Bitcoin right after that went from 61,000. It was right around this area right here before the pop out. Well, after right here around 62,000. Came up over 64. Consolidated back down to 62,649, and right now we're at 63,000. So it wasn't because I thought we were going to get overly bullish. It's just it looked like Bitcoin was targeting that 64,761. Didn't quite hit it though. So is this over? Or did we just get rejected at the pattern cut right here at 64K, which was an option. But the technical move, if it played true, was 64,761. So we're still going to continue to see how this plays out today. That could have been... And they like to do this a lot in crypto. They like to liquidate the longs during the process. So, or if it's going short, they like to liquidate. Or if it's going short, they like to liquidate the longs. If it's going long, they like to liquidate the short. So, kind of had a counter action here today, because if a lot of people didn't buy the initial move and they tried to buy within that run up yesterday, well, overnight, unfortunately, they met the unfortunate end from the leverage standpoint, and they probably woke up liquidated, and that's unfortunate. But now today, after the push up, it is a day to be cautious. You know, you have to be cautious, make sure that we do get the continuation here. And let's just say we do get the continuation. We break up to 55 cents and ultimately that is overtaken. We'd come back up and retest the 59.4 cents, which is, again, the cup and handle resistance. It wasn't able to flip this to a standpoint of support. It's acting as resistance still. And once we got rejected on it, we've come back down pretty sustainably in the weekly, all the way back down to the 200 day, which is right around 53 cents. That's why if 53 cents is lost, look out, because that would be a dangerous setup here. Now we can counter this with a little article I read that I'd like to read. And if you're looking to trade XRP, look in the video description below and our pinned comments. There's BITUNIX, which is my A1, and highly encourage you to use that exchange, especially if you're a leverage trader as well. The spot is phenomenal, but leverage trading is very transparent, and you don't have to, you won't be surprised. If you use HOTCOIN, spot is beautiful. No KYC or VPN on HOTCOIN or BITUNIX, but the spot trading is fantastic. Leverage, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit of an optics. You're going to have to, you know, delegate through the extraordinary fees on some, although they do give a lot of more leverage on most pairs. BITUNIX is more transparent. So if you're a leverage trader, I highly encourage you to use BITUNIX. If you trade spot and leverage, you can use both for spot, but leverage trading, you're going to find it to be a little bit cheaper on BITUNIX. But both exchanges, in my opinion, work very well. It's just more transparency with the leverage on BITUNIX. So that's in the video description below and or pinned comments, or you can find that on my homepage to trade crypto XRP in every state in the USA, so no excuses anymore. Should XRP get ready for a death cross? Price analysis. Technical analysis know that a death cross involves the 50-day and 200-day exponential moving averages, EMAs, that is a bearish signal, and that is what XRP is facing. This predicament developed after XRP was unable to profit from a bullish breakout from the symmetrical triangle, a move that would have raised the price of cryptocurrency. Rather, the asset has undergone a substantial breakdown, and the EMAs are currently indicating a downward trend, which is paving the way for additional downside pressure. When the 200-day moving average crosses below the 50-day moving average, it forms a death cross, which is frequently interpreted as a sign of protracted bear markets. Given the downward trends of both moving averages, XRP may be about to experience a longer-lasting decline. Recent trading sessions have seen a sharp increase in the selling volume, indicating that there is currently little to no buying support on the market. At the moment, XRP is trading close to 54 cents, which has emerged as a crucial resistance level. This price is in very close alignment with the downward trending 100-day EMA. If XRP is unable to breach this barrier, it can be a sign of additional market weakness and a move to lower for the asset. One important area of support is at 50 cents. A breach of this psychological barrier would intensify the bearish trend and might put more pressure on sellers. If XRP is unable to hold the 50 cents, the market's negative sentiment could cause it to rapidly decline towards even lower levels. The final line of defense is 46 cents at a lower level of historical support, or 46 cents is the location of the next significant support. A decline to this level would indicate that XRP has started a more serious correction, and as traders expect a long-term bearish trend, the death cross might lead to further downside pressure. So I'm going to go back in and check on my son. So I'm going to release this update. Just remember, if XRP breaks down bearish, we already have a first target here, which if it broke down, you have 50.2 cents. That is the first target if it were to break down. So just pay attention to this. Let me get rid of some of this noise. I get sick of it sometimes because there's just too much stuff. But that would be the first target. It would be 50.2 cents. If that broke, then all the way back down to around 40.49 cents. And the reason why, if that broke, it's very important you understand this. We have the 2018 support line that used to be resistance at in current times, and it's very important you understand this, at 50.7 cents. If that breaks back through, it opens up the door all the way to the bottom, and you can see this, to 41.8 cents. So just be very, very, very aware of what's going on here. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you appreciate my work, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the over 25,100 subscribers. Consider joining Tom's Army or sending a YouTube super chat. I would greatly appreciate that. Until next time, hashtag be better, do better in the comments. And remember, we're not victims here. You play the winner. We don't play the victim. We play the winner here. So have a blessed day, everybody.